personal abuse to members of your family or friends or girlfriends or whatever else, has there ever been a time where it's sort of gone too far, you think?
We were talking about this the other day. I think a lot of people sometimes forget when you're on your computer, and we've all been guilty of this at some point, but you forget that it's a person who's the other side of the computer, do you know what I mean? Like, we are actually people, whereas people just think they're talking to something they're never going to get through to. But, you know, we do see a lot of things and stuff that are said about us and whatever else, and, you know, we're conscious towards it because, you know, we're just young lads, and obviously we're going to be a little bit self-conscious being in front of all these cameras and whatever else all the time, so, you know, it's just one of them things that you just have to put up with it. Some people just don't actually mean what they're saying, and I don't think you're going to see it. I think it's the main thing. But
I think it's like anything, isn't it? Like Twitter, actually, for example, is a great thing.
And it's
and it's been incredible for us. And of course, there are those negative people, but you're going to find them on any form of social media or anywhere in life, really, aren't you? So it is what it is. It's actually been great.
So
for us.
with you three, because obviously you three have got girlfriends, has it ever affected single boys high-fiving at the end? Has it affected your partners in any way, that sort of thing, or are they able to brush it off? Because I imagine it must be quite hard sometimes.
I'm quite lucky with Soph. She doesn't really pay much attention to it, and she's quite a private person anyway, so she kind of just keeps herself to herself, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just pretty, you know, at first I'm sure it is a little daunting, but yeah, I think we've got ourselves good girls.
Yeah, same with me as well. Like, obviously, Paz does the same job, so she kind of gets that anyway. So
yeah, she understands it all.
She's got thick skin.
I mean, it's important to say on the whole, it's incredible support you get.
Yeah,
it's just,
absolutely.
yeah, I mean, that's the most important thing. There's this other thing that the fans really pride them on, and I've always wondered what you guys feel about it, and that is that they somehow manage to always leak everything you do. Yeah. It's unbelievable. The album has sometimes been leaked, although now all links have been removed from the internet. But so don't search for them. But it's. I mean, how does that make you feel when things are leaked, Liam? What do you think? Because it's flattering, but it's difficult.
It's two ways. Yeah, because obviously it's something we've worked very hard on, and you know, everybody around us has made a huge build up for something, and then when it leaks, it's kind of a little bit anticlimactic for us. But at the same time, it's great because, you know, they love the stuff that's come out. But when you've worked so hard on something, you just want everyone to enjoy it at the same time, and you know when it's coming out, so you can look for the comments and stuff and see what's
especially
going
when
on.
it's so close to actually coming out.
Yeah.
Why do you find? Well, hold on. Start with Lou. Why do you find it annoying?
Well, especially when we've got like a plan together, like we have with these tracks that we're releasing early,
And the countdown on iTunes.
like we did with Ready to Run, and you know, we've got a kind of structure and the way we think it's going to be, you know, received best as a fan. So when that is taken away from us, it is annoying because we put a structure in place and we wanted that to work. But, you know, it is what it is.
And it's so close to actually coming out. You know, we could have waited another week or so, and then it would have actually had the real thing.
It's amazing that they always manage to do it, though.
Oh yeah, but most things they do are just amazing. You can't even believe that some of the things happen. There's a lot of high-tech people out there who just
Go on, how are you going to say something?
We're quite lucky, I think, because a lot of, you know, when you kind of read stuff, I've been reading stuff that people have been saying about the album, and like, we're very lucky that like our fans seem to hear it, and then when it comes out, they buy it anyway, because they want to like support us and stuff. And you know, you kind of read things of people being like, "Well, I've heard it, and now I like it, so I'm going to buy it." It's kind of like when, you know, like, I think it was Radiohead, like, put out their album for free, and then people just bought it if they wanted it.
Yeah.
And not too many bands get that.
Yeah.
Kind of
And
support.
also, there is a
we're
potential
lucky
fans
in
who
that
don't
sense.
listen to it,
who
actually do wait as well. They do respect it, and they say, "I'm not going to listen to it," you know.
Yeah, better to listen to it.
And they'll have little fights. Who's listening to
do
it?
they? They fight online.
Exactly,
So the other thing that I've noticed, not that I've read a huge amount of it, but there's a huge amount of fan fiction about you boys, and there's even been books published. Have any of you ever read, Zane, have you ever read a fan fiction about
You got a Ford?
I can't say I've ever read.
You've never read the fan fiction? Louis, ever read any fan fiction?
I've come across some before on Twitter, and I think it's utterly bizarre, some of it, to be honest. I mean, some of them are like a nice little story, but some of them go very deep and very, very weird.
Right. Yeah. It is a bit odd, some of it.
Well, it's a whole different,
but it's a whole different world, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole different thing, and like, you get the idea of it, of the fans being able to put themselves in like a situation with us. So like, I get that, but like you say, some of it just blows your mind a bit, and some of it's just
And
completely
I've
off the
heard
mark.
from you lot as well. Like, it's just crazy. I would never even want to read some of it.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever read it.
I've never seen any of it.
I don't really know where do you go looking for it.
I think that's the one you saw on the Channel 4 documentary.
I think it's some of my favourites.
Do you not remember that? When you saw it on that documentary on Channel 4, and I was sat with my dad, and it just popped up, and I was like sat next to my dad, and it's the most awkward picture ever. I'm just looking at like.
Okay, we don't need to go there. But yeah, no, I can remember what you were looking at.
Yeah.
I didn't think, therefore, that documentary, I didn't think reflect your fan base.
Oh,
it was
no,
just a
not
real
at all, no.
minority of it, because the majority of
It
your
was
fan
rubbish,
base are
yeah.
a massively brilliant support. Speaking of things that are made up, what's the oddest rumour that you've heard about yourself? That was a question that kept coming in from the fans over the last few days. Is there anything you can remember?
we've all been dead a couple of times.
that's always
Right.
weird.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Anything
no,
else
we're here
apart-
now.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Anything apart from death?
I'm sure there is something, but
Larry. Okay.
There's the thing is, there's a lot of things, but it's just when someone asks you something, you can't put your finger.
Some
on
of them
it.
I quite used to pretend that like Niall's profession changed every time, and like we'd see like a weird.
He was a jockey for a long
Yeah, he was a
time,
jockey.
and he still is.
Yeah,
when we
we've
went
seen
to a
it in the
different
paper,
country,
we
we'd
did
say
it,
Niall had like a career
not a rumour.
before One Direction.
Oh, so when you went to international territories, you'd say something that was made up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we used to say he was
Or the-
sleeping with someone.
Sleeping
as
with
well.
Yeah,
Last time
no.
we were in
And
Europe,
they'd be
it was
in the
Carly Rae
paper.
Jepsen.
Hold on, last time you were in Europe, you were sleeping with Kyrie.
Apparently.
No, he was that.
Yeah, we
No,
made
he
Oh, he
was.
was in Japan and he was violently
He was.
masturbating.
He did. Okay.
He did.
All right. Well, let's move on then from rumours. Your new album is called 4.